Road to National season is starting soon, and to help you all get ready, we're bringing you a Prism Awakener of Sol deck tech from none other than World Championship semi-finalist Ian Zhang. Road to Nationals runs from January 3rd to February 1st, so check out the event locator on fabtcg.com to find one near you. Now, let's dive into the deck tech.
I'm joined by Ian Zhang, top 8 competitor at World Tour Philadelphia. Ian, on Prism, is going to walk us through the CC list that he has brought, and he has piloted all the way to the top 8. Ian, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I just got top 8.
Hell yeah.
Everything's good.
Thank you for joining us here and going over your amazing Prism list. So let's go ahead and start with the equipment over here. Halo of Illumination, the only headpiece you've brought.
Yeah.
What's so powerful about this card?
Halo of Illumination is an insane card. There's so many small tricks that a Prism player needs to master to how to use this card. Because of all the different figments, they have all their different use cases. You have like Figment of Triumph to turn your opponent's poppers down. You have like Figment of Erudition. Sometimes you want to turn on your Vestige of Sol. Sometimes you want to Figment of Ravages, ping yourself so that your angel words and you take away your opponent's go again. There's a lot of small tricks in the deck, and Halo of Illumination enables everything.
It almost feels like the Striders equivalent for Prism.
Yeah.
Like that's how important it is.
For sure.
Okay, let's move on to the weapon. Luminar's Angel's Glow. Is there any other weapon even in consideration?
No, honestly not. I've seen people play Iris. I don't think it's actually playable.
Okay, and then there's only one feet slot as well, Phantasmal Footsteps.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing there's no other foot slot that's even worth considering. Either Quick Dodge Flexes, maybe?
Silence Stilettos is an option.
Okay.
For AB2, in case you want to play against Kano.
I see.
I decided to disrespect Kano a little bit. I think AB1 is also fine enough against Kano.
Okay. So do you think with AB2, so with AB1 you might be unfavored into Kano, or like it's 50-50?
No, it's still favored. It's just like small percentage differences.
Okay, cool. Now let's start going to diverging game plans over here. 2 chest pieces. When do you decide which one to bring in?
So Vestige of Sol is the standard for the Aura plan, and Empyrean Rapture is the standard for the Herald plan. When you have to go Heralds for 7 multiple times in a row, like Syndra, and Vestige is like when you want to go more auras, like against Verdance, for example, or against Guardians.
I see. And what about the arms pieces? You've got 2 of those as well.
Yeah, so Calming Gesture is very often good. It's an AV piece, and it also makes a Spectral Shield, which is pretty great for when you're getting flicked for 1, for example. You can prevent that completely by setting a Spectral Shield up in advance. And for like cheeky one power attacks like Gravy Bone sometimes does. Dreamweavers is for when you really need to set up a big no Phantasm attack. So like let's imagine a Herald of Erudition coming in for 8 with the Angelic Wrath. You want to have that not have Phantasm.
Got it. So are there matchups where you go Empyrean Rapture and Dreamweavers? Like, do these come as a pair together, or they're matchups where you just mix and match the chest and arms?
It's a little bit mix and match, yeah. So like Empyrean Rapture and Dreamweavers is something you can do against KO, for example. Vestige of Sol Dreamweavers is sometimes some things you would do against like a Victor, for example. AB versus Verdance, of course.
Right.
And Empyrean Rapture and Calming Gesture is something like you would do that against Syndra, you would do that against Gravy. So it's a little bit mix and match, yeah.
I see. Okay, very, very cool. Okay, so that is the equipment. Anything else before we move on into the main board?
No, I think we're ready to go to the main board.
Awesome. So let's just quickly clean this up, and we can bring the main board in. All right, let's go ahead and start with the heralds, the bread and butter. We're going to start with the blue heralds over here. Only 9 blue heralds in the list. Is this standard? Have you sometimes felt you want more blue attacks? Or how did you land on 9 blue heralds?
Basically, you want around 15, 16 blues for your aura plan. And the heralds are like the bread and butter for that. But you also have Passing Mirage and Pierce Reality as blues. So with those, you'll end up as 15 in aura plan. if you play heralds, there's not that many poppers. You can just play yellows instead. So the most important thing is basically to have like 2 heralds a hand every turn, or 2 heralds in each hand. And
So why these heralds specifically for the blues?
so War Tune is one of the most efficient heralds. If you've ever faced a Prism that does War Tune into War Tune, 3 card 11 or something, or 3 card 14, it's insane. It also lets you end with an arsenal afterwards, which is it's just extremely powerful. When Prism has 5 card hands, it's very strong. Herald of Triumph, best herald for when people are running poppers. So basically, when they have like CNCs or something, can't get popped by that. You lose a lot of tempo if you do get popped, so it's very important to have these threats. And there's also Herald of Triumph with Halo for Triumph, for Figment of Triumph, to make 7 power poppers not work out.
Right.
And Herald of Protection is just very good utility. Ending on the Spectral Shield is like super vital against Syndras, for example, where that can always just flick their knife to try to destroy your Ward 4. So, very important piece.
Got it. Let's move on to the yellow heralds then. Let's move that aside. Okay, so we won't go over the heralds that we've already spoken about. So Protection, Triumph, War Tune, we already know why those are there. So let's talk about, Erudition doesn't need too much of an explanation, but why don't you tell us about this card?
This card is crazy. It draws 2 on hit. That's Dominate, Phantasm. 5 Dominate. If you hold back an Angelic Wrath, you can get so many people with it.
And this is what you
such good advantage.
And this is what you try to set up with the Dreamweavers, right?
Yes,
when
exactly.
in those matchups.
Yeah. Or if you ever land a Pierce Reality, they will live in fear for this card.
So why Ravages as the other yellow herald of chess? Oh, also just to clarify, the blue heralds and these yellow heralds, all main board?
All of them are main board, yeah.
So you never side them out?
Sometimes one of these goes out. It just depends how I want my ratios, basically.
Got it. So Herald of Ravages, why this one over some other yellow herald?
So basically, these are the only other ones. And Ravages is just 2 card 7 if it hits. And that's probably the most efficient thing you can do. Herald of Judgment and Herald of Rebirth have like very niche use cases. Herald of Judgment, for example, is mostly used against Thinset or Katsu. It's like the decks don't really see play, but having a one-off so that I can Figment of Rebirth one of them back when it does get blocked out. People love blocking this card out when they actually care about these things. I felt like it was useful enough. Herald of Rebirth usually doesn't have real text, because once you hit this card, you put a Phantasm card on top, then you search for a Figment and shuffle it back in.
Right.
And it's like, it doesn't have a lot of text, but sometimes it's useful. For example, the Gravy matchup sometimes goes very long, and you might run out of heralds at some point. This gives you 1 extra herald in your deck.
Got it. So these two are more like tech pieces, you would say. Sometimes they come in and out. Got it. Cool. Moving on to the red heralds then. I believe now we're approaching sideboard territory. You tell me.
Yes, that is correct. So red heralds, you want all the red heralds against matchups like Syndra that generally don't really run poppers, and you have to like race them.
So
we do also board the red heralds into other matchups. So for example, the Verdus matchups, I like boarding in the War Tunes and Herald of Triumph. Herald of Protection is a little bit too clunky because you also want to play auras out and stuff. Triumph also goes into like KO. War Tune, I'm not 100% sure. I'll think about it later when I face it.
So you're a vibe-based sideboarder, huh?
I'm a little bit vibe-based, yeah.
So it seems like the red heralds sort of, you mix and match somewhere between 0 to 9, depending on the matchup. Sometimes you bring just 3 of them. It's never the full package. Oh, I'm sorry, not never the full package. It's not always, it's all 9 or 0.
Yeah.
It's like a gradient scale.
It used to be always all 9 or all 0. But with Verdance being in the meta, there were more parts where it's in between. More
Got
decks where
it.
it's in between.
Where you want the aura pressure alongside the herald pressure.
Yeah.
So what sort of ratio of heralds are you looking like in any 60 that you present? Do you have a number that you like to hit?
The total number of heralds, I usually want to stick around like 30, between 33 and 36. That's like, if you run 60 cards, you'll have 2 on average per hand. That's perfect.
Okay, and then blues, you mentioned just now, there's a 9 blue heralds on main board, but you want to go up on blues if you're on the aura package.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, got it. So let's go ahead and move on and talk about that aura package then. So we have all these Spectra auras. Any of these sideboard, any of these always come in?
So Pierce Reality is pretty much in every matchup. This card always has value. Passing Mirage only has value when they have Phantasm. So a lot of times they'll just ignore it and you'll just be like, yeah, why did I even play this card? Why did it have this action point? Arclight Sentinel is a pretty pivotal piece into most matchups. There's like some random matchups like Dash.io or something where you literally can't play it out because they'll just get another action point. But into most other matchups, I like it a lot. I like flipping Soraya, attacking with it to draw 2, and then playing Arclight Sentinel to protect it. It wins games. When you line it up, it wins games.
So is that one of those main plays for the Halo?
Yes, it's one of the main plays for the Halo. So if you are in an aura matchup, you could do like Halo to turn on your Vestige, attack with Soraya, and then use all the extra resources on Vestige to play out Arclight Sentinel very easily.
Right.
But it also just occasionally happens when you just hit a Herald, you flip Soraya, attack, whip, oh hey, I draw an ALS, or oh hey, I already have an ALS in Arsenal. I'll just play this next to it, and the aggro deck loses the entire turn.
Okay, and so these 6 pretty much always come in. These 6 are like mainboard auras, and these 9 are the aura package.
Yes.
Got it. Let's move on and talk about non-auras, non-heralds. So move these aside real quick. Starting with, all right, the Fables. Library, Light of Sol. Do these always come in?
Light of Sol always comes in. Card is very strong when it flips a yellow. Card is, otherwise it's like a non-block, but you're fine with just pitching a yellow. You're going to do that anyway every turn. It'll sometimes happen that you can't block in the late game. Mm-hmm. It's okay. You can also always pitch it for flipping a herald, so it still kind of blocks for 4. Every yellow kind of does.
Right. If you have a Figment and a Soul.
Yeah, exactly. Great Library of Solana it doesn't come in every game. There's a lot of decks that have yellows that can destroy Great Library of Solana.
Okay.
There's decks where you lose too much tempo by playing this out, or like the matchups are like too short. So if you draw this on turn 5, you just kind of die.
Right, like Syndra, for example?
Syndra, for example.
I see.
So this mostly comes into when I play Vestige, when I do the entire aura plan. There's probably some matchups where you do it in the Rapture plan, but I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Got it. Okay, so moving on to remaining few miscellaneous cards, if you will. Angelic Attendant, new pickup from Super Slam for Prism, and 3 Angelic Rats. Let's talk about these cards for a little bit. Are these main board? And I believe I've seen some Prism lists on blue Angelic Rats, or like some weird ratio of blues and yellow Angelic Rats. Can you go over that for us?
So, Angelic Attendant is a crazy card. It does so much for your game plans. In the Aura package, or in the Aura plan, you can use it to turn on your Vestige. So if you ever end up with this in Arsenal, you can just flip your Figment of Erudition, draw 2, and you can still play Genesis ALS off of just a normal 5-card hand.
Right.
It's extremely strong.
It's almost like getting resources from your arsenal, basically, because you turn on Vestige from that.
Exactly.
Right.
And in aggro matchups, I use it a lot to pivot against a Syndra as well. So like if I have a Figment on board, a Figment of Erudition on board, and I have 0 soul, I'm like, just play this. This goes into your soul, you can attack with an Erudition, you can draw 2. And
Right.
You basically just turn the entire game over.
So you basically just got to be more aggressive with your soul,
Yeah.
which is what Rapture sort of wants you to do anyway. So, got it.
Another thing is, you can awaken 2 angels in the same turn because of this card. And usually that was not possible. So if you ever end up playing against like a Victor, for example, and awaken something else, they will be put into a spot where they have to choose what to clear. Or they go face and risk me blocking them out.
Got it. Just about the Wraths then.
Wrath?
Number of yellows, number of blues. I'm sure you played around with the blues.
Yeah, it's basically just if whether or not you need the extra blues or yellows. I felt like I was considering the blue Wrath just because I think I like the number 16 a little bit better than 15. 15 is like on average 1 per hand, but you kind of want to have that security, 1 extra as security. So I've thought about it, but yellows are just very, very good in general. It pitches as a resource or it can be used. It's pretty much the perfect card for the perfect color for Wrath.
And these are all mainboard cards, correct?
These are all mainboard cards. Sometimes I take Angelic Attendant out, if I have too many non-herald yellow cards in my deck.
Then this takes the cut.
This goes out, yeah.
Cool. Speaking of, yellow non-heralds, and still in the main board, you have these 7 Figments. I'm guessing all 7 always come in?
Figment of Judgment is like a question mark. This card is extremely good against decks that actually want to play from Banish. So decks like Syndra, I've seen a lot of builds run Take the Tempo, flip and face down.
Right.
Verdance wants 8 Earth and Banish, flip and face down. Sometimes you just need the 7th ward because you will go through your deck as fast or through your Figments very fast. So like for example when you're playing against Gravy, you'll see all the Figments. Maybe you'll see more than 7 even when you rebirth one of them. But into, let's say, Victor, I'm not actually expecting to see all my Figments. I might hit like 3 or 4. So I don't actually like running that into Victor. It's also more non-block, so it's like kind of risky. But yeah.
And I believe there's 1 Figment missing from the list. You could be running Figment of Tenacity. Can you talk about why you excluded that?
I love running Figment of Tenacity. It's a very fun card where you can get someone when you're doing like Herald for 7, and they're like, that's too much. Too much. I have to commit to this. I will let it through. Search Figment of Tenacity, blue Herald for 5 Dominate, and they'll be like, shit, I can't block this.
Right.
And then you get another Figment, and then you get like your Ponder, and yeah, that snowballs. But it's always the first cut you make because you almost never need 8 Figments, just because you won't be hitting that many Heralds in a game.
And you don't want to see them in your hand.
And you don't want them to clog your hands when you're like, too many non-blocks. It's very scary. So I've had them in, I took them out. It is what it is.
All right, now moving on to the final part, the last few cards in the deck. A few more, seems like sideboard pieces. You've got 2 Soul Shields, 3 Daedalus Guards, a CNC, a Cataclysm, and a Dissolved Reality. Let's just go over these real quick. Why only 2 Soul Shields?
I needed more space. Soul Shield, in the current meta, it doesn't go into that many matchups. You'll find them in matchups like the Warriors. You'll find them in matchups like Victor, KO, all the Pauper matchups basically. And I think they're extremely strong in those matchups. But I've decided to respect Syndra a lot more for this format because I expected Syndra to be the most represented deck. Daedalus God is also extremely good against Gravy because they attack with like small attacks for 1 a lot. So I figured I needed space to run 3 Daedalus Gods for the Gravy matchup.
Got it. And this and Syndra as
For
well?
the Syndra matchup, sorry.
And,
yeah.
okay,
And the Gravy.
and does CNC come in against Syndra as well? Is that why it's
Yes, that's what it's in for. I
in?
tested
Mirror?
it, and yeah, in the mirror as well because it's a popper.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually go into that many matchups. It's just I tested a couple of setups for Syndra because I didn't feel like I was that favored. I like juking people out with a small herald for 6 or something. They'll just be like, yeah, okay, block with 2-3 blocks, and then hit them with the CNC because they have like D reacts and stuff in their deck into it for the Prism matchup.
Or 2 blocks even.
Or poppers or stuff like that. CNC cuts them.
Yeah. And then what about Cataclysm?
Cataclysm is purely a mirror tech. It's extremely good against Gravy as well because you get like so much soul. But I was expecting a bunch of Prism mirrors, so we were just in case.
Last card, Dissolved Reality. I hate this card, but so I'm guessing that's why you run it. But when does it come in?
Oh, one more thing about Celestial Cataclysm. It's a yellow popper. That means you can put it back on top with Figment of Rebirth.
I see.
So it will come in twice once you find it.
Got it. Oh, that's devious.
Yeah. Same goes for Dissolve Reality. So I've had a couple of games where I did Dissolve Reality, hit my Herald, find Figment of Rebirth, put Dissolve Reality back on top. It ends in my arsenal from the Ponder. Next turn, you just pondered. You arsenal the card.
Right.
Put it away.
So you just keep taking away. You give them an arsenal, and you just keep taking it away. That is
Yeah.
evil. That's what I expect from an illusionist player for sure.
Yeah, I'm a filthy illusionist.
Well, thank you, Ian, so much for that comprehensive deck tech on Prism. If you want to play Prism and your armories are the next calling that you're going to, take a look at this deck tech. Go follow this, and maybe you can make top 8 too. We will see you in the next one.